what is your most anticipated movie for July? So I actually pulled up a list. I put July, but I didn't put 2023, so it brought me back to last year. So we got some good ones. Once upon a time in Uganda, I was like, okay, whatever. Insidious, The Red Door. That's what coming out. Joyride, which I am actually really excited about. Joyride. I think it's gonna be really, really funny and raunchy from what I heard about it. Mission Impossible. The Barbie, Oppenheimer is on there. Haunted Mansion is on too. So some good ones. I don't know if that's all of them or not, but
I'm going Mission Impossible, and Kevin is saying Mission Impossible box office total runs prediction between 700 and 800 million. I'm going to guess that it goes 1.4 billion. I think Mission Impossible is going to blow numbers out of the water. I believe it might be this year's Maverick.
There's a good chance because he's coming off of already a high, like already $1 billion movie with Top Gun.
Yep.
I could see that. I don't know, 1.4.
Yeah,
man.
The reason I'm saying 1.14, just under Mario. I believe it'll be just under Mario because I think it's going to do well domestically and foreign.
Yeah. 8.7. I think it's gonna get past the bill, but I don't know if it's gonna get past
because Mario I think is gonna be 1.2.
I think it's gonna end right around 1.2.
So it's gonna be hard to catch that, but if anyone can catch it, Mission Impossible can. Even though Guardians is going to give them a good run for the money, because if Guardians does another week like it just did, we're talking about if it's at $600 million and it's already number 2, like after 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It
had a good opening weekend. A really like a pretty good opening weekend. Second highest opening weekend of the year so far. Only behind, I believe, Mario. So I mean, that's a good place to be if you're behind a $1 billion movie. So
they did almost $300 million in the first year, first week.
First week we're global,
global, almost $300 million. So if it does even close to that, do it again. We're talking about it's already number 2. We're talking about next week. Yeah, I can see Guardian breaking a bill.
Yeah, and spoiler alert for when we get to it. Me and Eric are already trying to figure out when we can go see it again. Like we're like, okay, when can we sneak out? And have somebody watch the baby so we can go again because we want to see it again.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, Mission Impossible I think is my top one for July. Haunted Mansion, I think is I'm definitely gonna watch that as well. I think that's gonna be fun.
I think that's number 5 for me because 2 is Barbie for me.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah. And I just have to see it, but I can't wait to see it.
Mm-hmm.
And Oppenheimer's
it looks fun.
Somewhere 3 or 4, depending on where it is. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. And Zach said they cloned Tyrone and talked to me for July.
Talk to me.
Okay. Where's did I pass that one? See, I don't think this is all the. Oh yeah, there you go. They cloned Tyrone. I heard. Oh, the Netflix. Yeah. I heard about that one. That Boyega Fox Paris. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a pretty good one. And it talked to me. When friend group, surprising spirit using. Okay, so like a scary movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is like Ouija board, stuff like that. Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah. So, but I mean, yeah. But I really, really liked the Mission Impossibles. I kind of fell off of it for a little while, and then got back on it the last couple of ones, and this one looks good. Looks really good. But there's a few. Yeah, Barbie, like you said, is gonna be good. Joyride is probably that might be my number 2 for me. Joyride. It looks good. It looks funny. It looks like it's gonna be really like a good time.
I don't know. Sometimes it gets too stupid for me, and sometimes I get over stupid stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Because I heard like
I'll see it.
Yeah, because I heard it's like, it's obviously it's funny, it's raunchy, and then people that because they showed the entire movie at CinemaCon, and people were like, it goes from like laughy, funny, and then like very emotional because of the purpose of what why they're going to China and stuff like that. So I don't know if it does well. I actually like the original, but I hope this one does better. Oh, the Little Mermaid. Or the Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion.
With Eddie Murphy? That was, I guess it was good for the time, but I think this one's going to be probably more close to the ride. I think it's going to use the similar characters and stuff to the ride. Guardians 3 will be closer to Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness box office total run.
I think it's going to be a better movie. And Guardian, so because right around 880 million or something like that.
Yeah.
But because it has such a big opening, and I don't see a movie knocking it out the way yet. They're going to be good movies, but nothing to Spider-Man that's going to be on that level. So I feel like it's going to have its run for 2 or 3 weeks, and that's all it really takes. You get 3 weeks at winning box office.
So Doctor Strange Multiverse Madness ended at $955.8 million.
Really? So
it was close.
I stopped looking at about 880. Yeah, I didn't realize it got that much. Wow.
Thor: Love and Thunder 760.9. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever 59.2. Yeah, 99.55.
Wakanda Forever did what?
It ended at 859.2.
Okay.
Yeah. I think at the end you said 850, didn't you?
Yep, that's what I said.
So, yeah, you're right there. So, but Doctor Strange must have. I think it did better in international, probably. But that's almost a bill.
This is going to do better internationally than it does domestically. I think this is only going to make $450 million domestically. I can see 600 on foreign.
Yeah. So Doctor Strange did 411 domestic, 544 international.
Yeah.
So
that's a good comp then.
I can see it being right there, but if this did 955, I could see Guardians really breaking a bill.
Yeah.
I can see it breaking a bill.
And you have the time. You have the time to do it.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. I mean, there's not another huge movie really till Little Mermaid.
But even then, you get a lot of people that probably won't watch it and go watch Guardians a couple more times.
Still. Exactly.
So
because they did a good job. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Guardians did worse than Volume 2. It would probably tap out around 800 million. Read with good legs.
No, did worse than Volume 2. Did it? I thought this is the number one.
I think it was the best opening in the. I would have to look it up. I thought it was the best opening for the franchise.
Yeah.
But it has better ratings. It has better ratings than number 2.
Yeah.
It's last I checked, it was like a 95%.
95% by audience. The audience
80-something% critics. So
yeah. The audience is loving it. That's why everyone who walks out of the movie theater says, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, exactly. Guardians has too much competition.
I don't think it does.
Yeah. Because I was trying to figure out what movie we're watching this weekend, and I'm like, shit, what's coming out?
Yeah,
watch Guardians again.
Exactly.
Yeah. Domestic has to improve to get past 8.
No, it doesn't. I mean, it already did 118 million. It's gonna do 400 million easy domestic, and that means it's gonna do way more foreign. So I think it goes. I'm telling you, we're gonna be talking about it at the end of this, probably in June, saying, "Wow, can you believe it has this much money already?"
Yeah, it's at 289 worldwide. Guardians of the Galaxy.
So it's already almost $300 million, guys.
Yeah, and that's the last count was the 5th, so that's not including.
Yeah,
no, that's the release date.
No, that's the start Sunday. I think that was Sunday.
Yeah, Yeah. So, because it was 118 domestic, 170 international.
Literally, you're not getting Little Mermaid's to 20. Well, I guess you have Fast X, but I don't think that hurts you. That's not going to hurt you. Really.
Yeah. Like Doctor Strange had a big opening weekend, 187, but we only went to go see that. Then we saw it together, right, at the Rio Grande Theater, and it was an okay movie. I mean, I didn't hate it as much as other people hated it, but it wasn't great. Guardians, I'm already like, we got to see this again, and I'm sure there's a lot of other people. So it all depends on the second weekend. If this second weekend doesn't have a low drop, I think that's gonna play good.
If the second weekend, if we're talking about next weekend, and we're saying that is approaching $500 million, we're talking about $1 billion movie. That's what, because literally, I'm looking. Little Mermaid is not going to hurt. It's not going to hurt a Marvel movie. Only thing that's going to hurt a Marvel movie is like Spider-Man. Fast X, maybe, but I don't think it hurts it either. Honestly, I think Guardians could be number one going in for the next 3 to 4 weeks. If it goes 3 to 4 weeks, number one, we're talking about a movie that's going to be approaching $1 billion.
Yeah. So I'm looking. So what's coming up next? The Tudor, Curse of Wolf Mountain, Knights of the Zodiac, Hypnotic, Book Club. It says, I don't know why it airs right there, but
nothing.
Crater, it ain't over. Still, Fool's Paradise. I mean, it's gonna win again. It might have a really, really good second weekend.
Yeah,
because they just got nothing.
You just look at what's going against. It's going against nothing. And Mother's Day weekend, and you can take your mom to see Guardians of the Galaxy. Dude, I think it does a big weekend. I think we're talking about next week saying, wow, it's over $500 million, guys. And it is running it down. It's now the number 2 movie already released this year. I think that's what happens next week.
Yeah. Because Fast X will be the next big one.
And that's still the 19th.
That's still the 19th. So, and then,
I still think Guardians could beat Fast X.
Yeah. Because Fast X is going to be fun, but you know what you're getting with Fast X. You know what I mean? I don't know. But White Man Can't Jump, ain't no going to see that one. Sanctuary.
Little Mermaid's going to beat it, though.
Yeah.
Little Mermaid will beat it, but that's not until the 26th.
Oh yeah, the machine. I mean, I'm going to see it, but that ain't being the Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid probably was, so it gets a solid for sure. I think it's going to win next week. It's going to be interesting to see it up against Fast X to see what it does with there, and then Little Mermaid is going to win. Like Little Mermaid's winning, no doubt. So, and then after that, if the Little Mermaid isn't good or isn't as enticing to kids, I can see.
Across the Spider-Verse comes out the next week.
Oh, shit, it does.
It comes out the next week. That's when it's all over. Yeah, while I was even looking about Across the Spider-Verse, really, it opens June 2nd, but I don't think Across the Spider-Verse has to worry about the boogeyman.
No.
But it only has one. I think Across the Spider-Verse might still beat Transformers the next week. It might still beat it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But Transformers, Strays is doing a lot of well. But yeah, let's see. But that's started going into June.
But then when the Flash comes out, the Flash is going to blow everything else out the water, and then we'll have to go back. We'll have to go back into our review earlier when I said, "Watch the money."
We'll see, man. Hopefully, if it does well, it's one thing. But if it does well and they decide to keep them, because some other dumbass a producer or somebody in that's part of the film said this movie's gonna make you forget about all the bad shit he did. What? That's not how this works, man. No.
Oh man, no. I'm telling you.
But look at this weekend, June 16th. Elemental, The Flash, The Blackening, Asteroid City. Then over on Netflix, you got The Extraction.
I might watch all those. I might just live there. I'm like, all right, this is my spot. I live here now.
Bring your own lunch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Give me a cot right over there in that corner. I'm good. It's my birthday weekend too. Yeah, think about it.
Oh yeah, nice.
Happy birthday! I'm staying here.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Astro City's gonna be PG-13. What? Yeah, I think a lot of his aren't they?
Yeah.
I love
Almost
what's his
all these
name.
are.
I'm gonna bring fart on. What the hell is the director? Paul Anderson, not Paul Anderson.
We just
Is it?
talked about this.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, whatever, Anderson. I'm having a brain fart right now. Wes Anderson. There you go. Not Paul
Yes,
Anderson.
there you go. Good.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm not getting it across Spider-Verse since the first one didn't do that great. It didn't, but also I think it surprised a lot of people because a lot of people weren't excited about it.
And then all of a sudden they saw what happened, and then
And they're
next
like,
you know, we're like,
it's
whoa.
Academy Award winning good.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see how the second one does. I think plus the game, the Miles Spider-Man Miles Morales game coming out kind of got more people on the Miles hype train. I think it's gonna do pretty good. I think it's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah.
I should say flop. It's a Wes Anderson film, man. People are gonna go out there and support it no matter what, and it's not gonna be a flop. I mean, none of the movies are flop, but
it's not doing a lot of money. I can see it.
But it's gonna be one of those things that is gonna do great on DVD. That's how they all do. All his movies are classics, cult classics, kind of thing, So, yeah. June 16th is gonna be Live for Movies. Yeah, that was a crazy list. Oh, the crazy list.
So Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse did almost $400 million.
That's not bad.
It almost did, and without having any acclaim. So I'm actually going to guess that this movie does double.
800.
That it gets real close to $800 million.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to bet against it. So, like I hope it does. But yeah, the first one they didn't do any marketing for. This one's obviously got a bunch of marketing. So I'm good with that. Pixar Elementals go against the Flash is going to overshadow. I'd rather for them to put on Disney Plus.
They might want to put it on Disney Plus soon. Well, because
yeah,
parents need movies to take their kids to. Parents will. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Mummies. Mummies is a top 20 movie on the box office because parents had nothing to take their kids to. It made over $50 million. It was one of the most racist, terrible movies I've ever seen in my life. Just straight up. Like I was sitting watching, like, this is terribly racist. Does anyone else notice this? And then this other lady, she looked at me, she was like, yeah, it is.
You locked eyes, you're like
wow, this is awful. But it still is going to make money. So those type of movies make money. Parents have to take the kids to go see something, especially in the summertime.
Yeah, I can see that. But what else we got? It has some time to shine, at least until Fast X comes along. Yeah.